Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Rachael and I hope you're doing well. If you notice that there are shadows just behind me, just kindly ignore because I have a little bit of a light issue right now. So I just decided that I need to put this video out there and that's what we're going to do. So if this is your first time on my channel, welcome to the Rachael family. Don't hesitate to subscribe, comment down below and give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it at the end. In today's video, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make friends and how to literally set up the right expectations for making friends. In other words, I'm sharing with you how I make my friends and how I've been able to maintain like longevity in friendships over time. I think I can definitely testify, and my friends can testify that I'm a good friend, so hence this video. And I did put up a poll on my IG stories on if they wanted to see this kind of video. So hello, friendship video coming up. First things first, I just want to put it out there that there's a difference between a friend and an acquaintance. A number of us are quite familiar with calling our acquaintances friends and our friends acquaintances, and the much common one is calling our acquaintances our friends. But this video is not in any way trying to show you the difference. I think you can literally pull up a Google search and you can see the difference between who is a friend, who is an acquaintance, and you can literally identify who these people are from the people that you have in your life. But in today's video, I'm literally talking to those millennials who are, you're scaling up, you're changing jobs, you're getting promoted at work, you're changing countries, you've literally moved out, you've moved to a new area, and you're wondering, oh, how do I make friends? I'm in this new space, and how do I navigate this new space? So that's the purpose for this video. Now, I'm not a friendship coach or a guru, but everything I'm going to be sharing in this video is literally from my own experience, and these tips are literally tips that I have practiced, things that I've put into motion, and I've seen that it has worked for me. So you can take my advice with a grain of salt, or you can decide to apply every single tip that I'll be sharing in this video. You take your pick. So without much further ado, I am just going to share with you my tip one. And if you notice that I'm literally looking down, I have my notes here so that I don't go off topic. So number one tip is to literally take initiative, which translates to mean taking the first step. When you find somebody that is within whatever environment that you are in at that moment, and you decide that, oh, I like this person, I like the way they speak, I like the way they look, I like the way they smell, you'll be surprised. So many things attract us to the people that we have as our friends today, and you feel like they have a similar vibe to your vibe, and you decide that, okay, I want this girl to be my friend, I want this guy to be my friend. The first thing you think about is not how they are literally out of your league. The first thing you need to be thinking is, how do I walk up to them? So that is why this tip number one is so important. You need to take the initiative, you need to take the first step, and taking the first step entails you introducing yourself to them. I find that in this part of the world, especially in Nigeria, a lot of people, if they want to introduce themselves to you, they come off as very brutish and very bullish, like, oh, what's your name? No introduction whatsoever. No, they don't sort of like ease into the conversation, and you find yourself saying, who are you? I don't know you from anywhere. Why should let's cut off all the bullshit. Like, we're living in the 21st century. Things are changing. This is 2021, for goodness sake. So cut off all those plenty and just go straight to the point. Introduce yourself. My name is Rachael, your surname if you please, and then offer a warm handshake. Of course, your hands are properly washed, offer a warm handshake, and then go from there and ask for their own name as well, and then you build up conversations from there. A lot of people in this type of part of the world would rather just come up to you and say, oh, what is your name, as if you owe them anything. But you need to make yourself, look warm and feel warm, and people want to meet people that are open to expressing themselves and open to being like literally a bit of vulnerability, because I think your name is your identity. So when you give them that identity, that thing that they need to see you as, it gives them that sort of feeling like they can trust you. And at least at that moment, it doesn't mean like it's a higher form of trust, but just at that moment in time, they can trust that, okay, this person is a bit of a good person. So that's my first tip. So the second tip for literally like making friends and how I make friends is to remember people's names. I think people have a habit of saying that, oh, I don't remember things very quickly, I don't remember things so easily, so I tend to forget. I feel like that's just a bunch of excuses. The first thing that I do when I meet somebody and maybe we exchange contacts or whatsoever, I save people's name with their first and last name. This helps me to remember who they are as a person, and maybe in the nearby future I would want to establish like a long-term relationship with them, like a long-term friendship. And this was actually a tip that I learned from my dad. My dad had a habit of saving everybody's name on their phone with your government's name, your name, son name, even down to the company that you work in. That's why your phone book is there. That's why you have like a contact list on your phone. You have these features in your phone, but a lot of people do not use these features because they feel like it's just there for decoration. Like I have some people's names saved on my phone, like their date of birth is even there, so I can remember their birthdays. Their email addresses is there for some people that are so important to me that I have those details. And usually if I don't even know your surname, I always would have the surrounding, the name of the place that I met you in. So say for instance I met you at a conference, I am able to like say, oh, Valerie social media week conference or something. I'm able to identify that environment to which I met that person, and I can remember off the top of my head that, oh, I know this person. The only reason why somebody can literally send me a message today and I may not know who you are is if I do not have your number saved on my phone. Because if I have like your name and your surname or the environment to which I met you, then definitely a friendship builds off from that point. And there are different levels of friendship. You don't have to be very close friends with everybody, but there are different levels of friendship, and you can categorize what position these people that you're meeting in are going to fall into based on the sort of like relationships and exchanges you're going to be having in the nearby future. So my third tip is literally not to look for similarities. I figure that as you're evolving, as you're growing, as you are moving countries or you are changing jobs, a lot of times you meet people and you get a sense of vibe that these people, I don't have the same hobbies as they do. I don't need to be friends with them. However, at your core, for example, you guys, you are honest, you are patient, you are loving, you're kind. You just have some core values that connect you guys together. I think it's easy for you to connect with those values. So it's quite possible that you might have people that you do not have the same hobbies, or you do not grow up with the same set of similar values and similar interests, literally. So what you want to do is to connect with a wide range of people who are out there and reach out to them. Don't just restrict yourself to people that your interests are literally similar. This opens you up to new experiences. So for instance, if there are places that they've been to that you've never been and you've always wanted to be, having these kind of friends enables you to access those kind of environments. So you literally need to sort of open up your heart to connect with people who have different interests than you have had in the past. I hope that makes a bit more sense. The next tip I like to share is literally that smiling helps. I think in my last video, one of the questions that I was asked was if I smile to strangers, and I said yes, I do smile to strangers. So if you want to make yourself have more friends, you literally have to smile to people. They say he who must have friends must first show himself friendly. So you must smile, you must show yourself that you are approachable. I've had a lot of people complain about me in the past that I bone a lot, I keep a straight face a lot. Well, that could possibly be true, but I also might possibly be keeping a straight face because I do not want some certain people to talk to me. So you have no idea if I'm intentionally doing it or not. So you literally have to, if you want to have friends, or if you're in a space whereby you feel like you're the only one there, then in order for you to connect with the people in that environment, then smiling will definitely help. My last but not the least tip on how to make friends, or how I make friends and maintain my friendships, is to literally be available. And when I say be available, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're available 24/7, but be accessible by your friends. A lot of friends build up walls whereby the friends that they claim to have cannot even speak to them, or cannot correct them, cannot chastise them, or cannot. And when you're correcting people, you need to learn how to correct people in love. I hear stuff like, oh, you're mad, you're foolish, you're crazy, you're a bastard. And I hear like friends that have these sort of words that they exchange with each other. For me personally, I don't really subscribe to that. I mean, there are the kind of playful words that I and my friends, share amongst each other that it wouldn't offend them. So if you are trying to be funny, or if you're trying to crack a joke, you have to make sure that that joke is something that would not be misconstrued or misinterpreted by the friend that you're claiming to have. So I don't know why this is coming up, but I'm going to piggyback off of my point, which is to be available, to be accessible to your friends. So literally learn how to drop them a message sometimes, drop a phone call sometimes. I know we all have busy schedules and we all have things that each and every one of us are dealing with in life, but learn, be available and be accessible, because each and every one of us, we're going through challenges, we're going through rough patches, we're at different phases of our lives. So in order for you to maintain those friendships, you want to make sure that you are there for them in their time of need, and not even necessarily in their time of need, even in their time of celebration, joy, whatever it is. Do what is necessary or expected of you as a friend, and not just because you want same done to you in return, but do it out of the love that you have for your friend as well. However, it still doesn't mean that whatever attitude or whatever behavior that you express to your friend is not the same that you should get back. If you give love, then you should expect to receive love, if you know what I mean. So if you find that you're always giving out, giving, at some point you become empty. So you cannot pour out of an empty vessel, literally. So as you pour, as you water, you also need to be watered as well. So be available to your friend, and let your friend also be available to you. And if they are not, then you just understand that this sort of friend is not this is not the sort of relationship. So it's a give and take world that we live in, even as much as we don't want to be selfish, but human beings are indeed selfish, so you need to understand that notion as well. So being accessible, being available for your friends is such an important thing, and I'm sure that you expect that from people that you are friends with over time. I think overall, in terms of setting your expectations, you need to have an open mind when it comes to making friends. Not everybody wants to be your friend, and that's completely okay. Not everybody likes you, and that's okay. Not everyone likes me, and that's fine. You need to set your expectation when it comes to making friends, because at the end of the day, there are some people you do not want to be in your space, and there are some people that don't want you to be in their space. Probably they don't like your vibe, or they don't even know you are. They just feel like you are not their kind of type, and that's completely fine. Every single one of us, I'm not destined to be friends with everybody in the whole world. That's why we have a term for acquaintances as well. So set your expectations, the right expectations. Keep an open mind. Make friends. Be accessible. Be nice to people. Be kind to people. Respect people's preferences. And I feel like this world would definitely be a better place. I think this is everything I'd like to share in this video. If there is a point that you feel like I missed out, or there's a way in which you make friends that I probably didn't touch on in this video, then please drop me a comment, drop me a one line in the comment section, and I will definitely respond. I do reply to comments all the time, so please drop me a comment, thumbs up this video, share to somebody that you're hoping will be your friend soon, or you're trying to make friends. Funny enough, this might just be the key to unlocking that door of friendship that you want to step into. So yes, support your girl, and I'll see you in the next video, which is just right on the screen. Bye.